Hello, welcome everybody. It's MOS. I wanted to show you something really quick. Um, I will be recording EU3 tomorrow, and Lucy will be doing some recording tomorrow as well. Um, but anyway, I wanted to show you something. This is Supremacy 1914. Just a browser-based game, sort of Java thingy. I don't really know how to describe it, but I wanted to show you the three games I'm involved in and sort of explain generally. This is like they're if you look here, day 10, and the other one's on day 7. So I'm not really that like far into either game. They take days, not like well, you'll see. So this game, this is Asia. If I zoom all the way out, you can see all the different countries that you can play. Some of them are like split up as different countries. This is like Siam. This is Dutch, Dutch East Indies, and so that's you know yeah Dutch East Indies. That's who I'm playing. Right now, I'm conquering the yellow guy, Federated Malay. They still have these four provinces in this one. I'll get this one in a couple of hours, probably. Not really a big deal. I conquered a lot. Here was the lines. I had these five down here, or this one as well. These six, and I conquered right up here. I also conquered Java down here. And I did a pretty sloppy mess of it, which is also kind of my fault because I'm stupid and I really didn't know how to play the game, and I still sort of don't. So, I'll make mistakes. So anyway, this is me making things. Here's my first factory. I would like to build an artillery. Let's see. Oops. I need a bunch of this, but it's fucking expensive. So I'm not going to be able to really do that, even though I'd like to. Basically, this factory giving me artillery, which is ranged, my first ranged unit. I'll show you one of those on a different map. And there are different things you can have: tanks, railguns, battleships. And this is like the perfect place for battleships because there's a lot of open sea and a lot of places to bombard with it. I'm allied with Japan, allied with the Philippines. This guy's a total idiot. This guy's pretty much an idiot. This guy doing okay. This guy declared war on an AI and is losing. Hasn't even taken a province yet. This guy didn't know how to delay troops, which you can do to make sure they all attack at the same time. I told him how to do it, so now he can. But it took him like all of his troops just to take 3 provinces, which is kind of shitty. I wasted most of mine trying to take these 4, so I shouldn't be talking. But it was also my own fault for being an idiot. But I've learned, and because I've learned, I move on from this to another game, and that one is yes, I'm El Presidente Manpooper. Um, this one is Europe, the small version. I am allied with Morocco, but I don't trust Morocco because they are fucking. They have a lot of troops here. Yeah, the 7th Moroccan Infantry Corps and the Spanish Infantry Corps, and this one is Brigade. And this one is Brigade. I don't know how much is a division. Oh, there's division. Division must be less than 25, more than 10 or something like that. You can check here. Yeah, that's what I think. But anyway, there's this one. I have a severe shortage of energy. I'm somehow positive here because I put all of everything taking away from oil. I've invaded Portugal, who was here, and they had 2 states here, which Morocco took. And so far, I've invaded France and 2 states from Italy. And oops, stupid me. What the fuck? Stop it. And I intend to take France and as much of Italy as I can, thus boxing in Morocco, which could potentially be a dangerous thing anyway. And then I'll have to watch out for the Ottomans over here, who's an active player, and Sweden, who's an active player. I think. No, Great Britain is not. Is Russia? Russia's not. Okay. So yeah, I just have to watch out for the Ottomans, Sweden, and Morocco. Those are like the only enemies on this entire map, which is nice. It's a small map. Not, it could have more people on it, people playing France, Italy, and Austria, Hungary, stuff like that, but there's not. So, not my problem. I don't really care. Here's the other one that I want to show. This is my ally in Egypt. This is my ally in Romania. And they're both doing well, although one of them is invading with 105 troops, which I think is kind of ridiculous. Or was invading here with 105 troops. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Um, but anyway, here's me. I'm up here, start as Greenland. It's my Greenlandic infantry. And I've been taking over now. I just finally took over. I just took over this province that I was waiting to take over for a while. I have to fix some things that they're kind of burnt here from me taking it over. I just want to sort of bring this guy down here. And yes, I'm attacking this last one. This is the last province of North Canada. And then this being South Canada, which is the next one I'm going to destroy. But a lot of these are AIs because the players that were playing them left, so I have a free reign to go all the way down to Miami, which I will do. And he will probably go all the way over to the end of Africa, as well as take all of Arabia. The Ottomans are active in this game as well, so Romania is going to sort of take up these provinces and sort of sandwich the Ottomans and force them north into the other active player, Sweden. I don't know. No, France is not active. Austria is not active. Germany's not active. Poland is not active. I mean, a lot of these. Oh, this one is apparently active. Lithuania. They're attacking Poland, I think. But yeah, there's not particularly a lot of active players in this map, which is fine. I mean, there's like 7 or 6 or 7, but whatever. So yeah, this is artillery. Anything within this circle, I can attack with this artillery, and these units can only attack straight up, like melee kind of thing. Oh, and I should change my view because now it shows that. Correct. Okay. If I go to this view, you can see the ones that I've taken recently. This one, these 3, in the last like day or day and a half. And if it has this little fist on it, means they're revolting, and they are not very happy with me. So, the greener they are, the better their morale is. These are all around 100. These are probably in the 70s and 80s. These are probably in the 60s, 50s, and then these are down in the 20s and 30s. Below 35 is with the fists, so it gives an idea of what's going on there. If you notice, each province has a different kind of production thing. Like here's some fish, iron ore, wood, and you look up here, there's all your resources, and you build stuff with resources. For instance, here you can build your artillery, which I was showing you before. I was building artillery, and of course you can spend real money on this. It gives you a bunch for free, and you can like vote for it, and it'll give you more for free, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. And so you can upgrade things. So here is one of my best provinces. It's got a factory, soon to be level 2, and then it's got me working on an artillery piece, which is nice. I want to get some more artillery. And then there's a few other ones that are decent, like, no, it's not this one. It was, oh, right, down here. This one also has a factory, but I didn't have enough to make an artillery because I don't have enough oil. I'm close, though. I've got 1,800. I'll probably spend this on another artillery piece. That way I'll have 3, because since this is my tutorial map, I got one for free, which is nice. There's also espionage, which I use occasionally. This one is in Rome, because France had occupied it, and I was just being a dick. And I've been stealing their money. I'm going to move it to somewhere else right now anyway because I want to piss off. Yeah, here looks like a good one to put. There we go. No, no, no. Actually, you know what? No, I want to put to on the oil province because the oil province is more valuable right now anyway. So I'd like to stop Sweden as much as possible with that. Espionage is generally so like here. If you look at my report, it says stole $3,000. Not bad. When you conquer a capital, you gain like half their money or something crazy. So it's a nice way to gain money, but you usually spend it off in a hurry because things are usually expensive as balls. Especially the things you need. Uh, the wood and iron aren't that bad. The fish and grain aren't bad right now. Grain will go up higher later. Coal not bad. Oil ridiculously expensive. Gas I can just sell, which is nice. It gives me a little bit of cash on the side because I don't need it. I gain enough, and so I sell that because I have. When you see two of them together, that means twice as much gained from that. So I've got a ton of fish, as you can see. And if you go here, you can, or the resources down here, you can change the sliders about how much you're consuming. So if you go this way, now I'm consuming all grain, now I'm consuming all fish, and I prefer to do it this way because you don't use fish for anything else. So as long as it's positive, I'll keep it all the way out of 100%. Iron ore and lumber, I've used the consumption to even it out because these are your material goods. And then I use gas 100% because I don't use gas for anything else. If this was a gold round where you use this stuff to buy into a round, I guess, there's like extra units and stuff, and they use gas. So then gas becomes a somewhat more useful resource, but at this point I have no other use for it, so I'm just using it as fuel. All my fuel stuff comes from gas at the moment. And I'm still gaining 12 an hour, which is good. I foresee that going down and me having to fiddle a little bit and switch a little bit to oil, but no, actually switch a little bit to coal because coal's way less expensive than oil. And I produce oil is like a very, very important resource, and it's very expensive. So yeah, I'm taking this province, and then I plan to sort of just blitz once I have enough units. A couple of days from now, I'm just gonna blitz really quickly. It should only take me 2 days to go 1 day and then 2 days. Second day we should be here, and then I'll work my way down from there in through northern U.S., central U.S., and southern U.S. And by the way, this is Newfoundland. I don't know how that happened, but Newfoundland had these two up here, and these four. And it's an automatic. It's always an AI, no matter what. You can't play as that, so I just used it to take these four provinces. Since I started out as only this, took Greenland from Denmark, and then invaded North Canada after taking these last two provinces over here, which allowed me a way to enter this way and this way. And I lost this province during the war and then regained it today, or this morning or something. So, not horrible. But yeah, I'm finishing up the harbor that I had originally started building, and then I have to go fix the railway, which is partially destroyed. And then I also have, oh yeah, in order to recruit units, you have to have a recruiting office. And it automatically recruits. In order to make it faster, you need a barracks. And I'll show one of those off. If I could find one anywhere. No, not here. There's a barracks being built. Here's what a barracks does. Nope, it's not done yet, so I can't. No. Barracks is almost done. Let me check down here in the economic view. I could find a barracks. Alright, barracks is here, in this guy down here. Alright, here's what a barracks does. A barracks makes it 50% faster to recruit. If you do it level 2, it's twice as fast. And it consumes grain at 100 or 200 a day, which is fine because I've got a fuck ton of grain. Which means if you look at my grain, I'm only consuming 7,000, which means I can have 4 more levels of barracks. So if I go to my barracks here, I'm building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll be negative at one point. But I think once I gain this grain province, it'll be even. So I'll have a bunch of barracks. They cost grain to build, and they cost grain to maintain, which is one of those things. Same thing with railroads. They cost 500 coal to maintain. So if you see my consumption's 1,500, and I've got 1, 2, and then actually hidden. Oh no, rather 3. And then if I finish that, it'll be 4, and so on. And at the moment, I can only support 3 railroads, and I have a few building, so I'll be negative on that. But I have an ally. I have 2 allies down here. One, if we go to resources here, one has an absolute shit ton of wood. Like half his provinces are just wood, and then the other one has a decent amount of coal here, which is good because I'll be losing it soon. However, I think, yeah, if I look here, I have another coal province that I'm going to gain one when I take over South Canada, and then a bunch of coal, 1, 2, 3, 4 little coal carts in North U.S. But yeah, I'm going to have some issues generally when it comes to getting enough gas. So I'm going to try. Well, I mean, your production, if you look here, there's like 3,700 tons. If we go to my capital, 10,000 tons. So a lot of this has to do with the fact that I have good buildings over there, and the other thing is the fact that the morale is very low. So because the morale is low, I don't gain as much, but I will gain more in about an hour and 9 minutes. When the next day comes, the morale here will rise, and these should stop being pissy at me. These 4, I hope. Anyway, so yeah, this is the game. If any of you guys follow Alpha P Omega, he did a spotlight on this as well, which is how I found out about it. And he is also doing a multiplayer game. I mean, this is all multiplayer, but a multiplayer game of people from YouTube, and I think it'll be fun. So, oh yeah, and by the way, about my coal, I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna have to rebuild the one here to fix this one, so it'll be 5 plus these 3, so 8, which would be 4, 8, meaning, yeah, 4,000 coal a day needed in order to sustain it. Which, when this guy builds the railway and stuff, will be all. It should be fine because railways. If I find the completed railway up here, railways. Hey, I was clicking on the railway. Railways increase morale, increase movement speed, and 1/3 extra production, which is nice. Harbors increase production 25%, so railways are better in that regard. Let me see if I can get the factory. Factory is 8% for the first level. Factory, damn it. I guess I'll have to go to the other place with the factory, which is here. Factory level 2 is 17%, and level 3, I think, is another third or something like that. So it's about an extra 100% for upgrading. Oh yeah, and the factory goes 1 more level, so it might be a third when you're done. I'm not sure, but yeah, if in the end you get about 100% extra production if you build all the buildings, the harbor, the 4 factories, and and the railway. Um, you don't get the ability to build certain things until a certain date in the game. So if you look here, we're on day 10. Day 8 is when I was allowed to build a factory in the game, and day 10 is when it would be completed, and then day 10 you're allowed to build factory level 2. Day 12 factory level 3, and then day 14 factory level 4. So those are all useful, and um, I'll just build a railway until day 5, things like that. So had to stretch there. But if you look, I want to show you before we're done with all this. Before you look here, I am number 1 in this game. In this game, I am also number 1, above Morocco and Sweden. At least as of the beginning of this day. And in this game, I am not number 1. I am behind India, who's doing quite well. They took over. This is India right here on the map. This is sort of me down here in a gigantic war. Japan is doing better than me. I do plan to take this and then this, and if this guy still is an idiot, I'll probably start taking over him because he has some stuff up here. Here it is, the coal that I really need, because they've got a lot of coal, and I would like that really bad. But yeah, and I'll look here. Oh yeah, here's some more. He also has gas, which will take a lot of the strain off of my oil and coal reserves as it is. I've got my 1 coal province. Anyway, this has been MOS. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys with U3 tomorrow.